Are you doing this without intention? Hello, guys, and it is what January 3rd
Mhm.
of 2024, allegedly. And my name is Devan Edwards, and this is,
Zay Faith.
and we want to come to you tonight, or wherever you're tuning in from, and
Let us know where you're tuning in
yes, let us
from.
know in the comments.
We are currently in London, UK.
Indeed, indeed. So you're probably wondering, what is it that you're doing without intention? What comes to mind when you actually when we actually say this question? Are you doing this without intention? So that missing word is action. It is commitment. That's something that, I mean, even on our in our lives, in our business, like that's that one thing that it requires intention. It requires you put in intentional time on the action, intentional time on a task over a consistent period of time to create that achievement, to create that ideal of success, and it's often not spoke about too often, and it's not really reflected on. And so we want to kind of bring this awareness so that you get an opportunity to reflect on it again. Because I mean, we come into a new year and now everyone's scrambling and say, "Oh, I didn't set my resolution, or I didn't reflect on what I need to be doing." But not, I mean, don't worry about the day. Worry about like right now. You can do it right now where you are. And so you can create the time factor. You can create the structure around how you do this with intention, and take action with intention, commit daily with intention. And so you want to?
Yes. So yesterday we were live and we were, of course, wishing you a happy new year. And then also we were talking about setting our priorities and actually, being focused on what are we going to prioritize for this year. And so, we wanted to come back in and go a little bit deeper because, so many people struggle with focusing, staying focused and staying committed to their priorities, and they get distracted, they start to feel overwhelmed, they begin to burn out because they are again all over the place and just not being intimate with their priorities, and so they're doing a little bit of everything, but they're not actually focusing and being committed and following through on what they said their priorities are. So one trick to that is we've worked with entrepreneurs, so I know like there are different people who watch our lives, but we are gonna keep it simple because we definitely want to support you. But in order to stay focused, so you can achieve your goals, so you can follow through on your commitments, after you decide what your priority is. And yesterday we talked about um declaring no more than 3 priorities. So whether you're doing it for the year, whether you're doing it for the month, whether you're doing it for the week, or even you're being super focused today and you're saying, hey, today these are my 3 priorities, like these are non-negotiables, these are what I'm going to complete with today. Normally after you have a priority, sometimes, most of the times, there are action steps that get to go under the priority.
Mm-hmm.
So a lot of times people are working on things and they're working on things, but it's because they didn't take that next step and they didn't clarify what it. Ben talked about this yesterday also. What does that priority look like when it is complete? A lot of people say, hey, I want to be financially free, but they didn't declare, or I want, I was financially free, but they didn't say, hey, when I make, or when I see this much money in my account, I can move on to the next goal. They're saying, hey, I'm working on my financial freedom, and they're just working on their financial freedom, but it doesn't feel like there's an end. And so they get burnt out, and then, they lose interest, they're stressed, they're in the cycle because they didn't actually specify what does financial freedom, like what is they weren't smart. And when we say smart, you know about the SMART goals. What is it? Specific, measurable, achievable. What is it? Results and
time bound.
And time bound. They aren't smart about the goal, right? And so one way to get away from that terrible habit is you decide what you're going to focus
reachable,
on.
Sorry,
Reachable. Yeah. Okay, so you decide what that priority is, right? So if the priority is financial freedom, for example, take the next step and decide, say, okay, financial freedom is 10,000 a month, 100,000 a month, whatever that number is for you. Mm-hmm. So that way you have a target and it's measurable, right? And then the next step is, what are you doing? What are your, in business, we call it KPIs. What are your key performance indicator that you are doing every single day in order to chip away at that priority, right? So what are the action steps? So if the priority is $10,000 in passive income, for example, right? What activities are you doing that are going to contribute to achieving that goal? And when you are doing that extra step every single, like if it is an ongoing priority, that's that action, that's that one priority. It's like brushing your teeth every day. Every day, in order to have great hygiene, we brush our teeth. Like we do it without thinking about it. That's what KPIs are in our business. They are habits that we do in order for the overall goal. If I want to keep all my teeth for a long time, I'm going to brush my teeth and floss my teeth every single day, every single night. And that is a KPI. It's an action that I'm doing every single day. I don't really, say, oh, I want to, have the best, have my teeth for the rest of my life. But I know it's inside of me. It's a vision of myself, is to have a healthy mouth for all the years that I am on this earth, right? So with that being said, if we treat our business like that, that's where we start to see successful results. So the KPI would be, what are the minimum habits? Like even if today was a bummy day, even if it was like whatever the energy was on the day, I did these action steps, I did these KPI. And so I feel I'm going to progress in my business because I am committed to the priority. Yeah. Does that make sense? If that makes sense, go ahead and drop KPI in KPI. Drop KPI in the comments. But does that make sense? And so we really wanted to just come and share that insight, because a lot of times people are like, and we've done it too. And that's why we have created this Trinity. That's why we have created this method. That's why we have created this blueprint. When we work with our clients, we help them to create, we call it a profit plan, so they could have so much clarity. And again, they are, I guess I'm using it in the people say, oh, you don't want to be on autopilot, but you do want to be on autopilot with the proper habits. You know what I'm saying? Just like you just automatically, get yourself together, brush your teeth, take a shower, do your hair, groom yourself every single morning, and have your night routine. We want to be on autopilot with the things that work in business. So after we declare what that priority is, for whatever it depends on what time frame you're doing it to, but you decide that you're the CEO of your life, you're the parent of your life, you're the leader of your life. So if you're focusing on today, if you're focusing on this week, if you're focusing on this month, if you're focusing on this year, you decide the time frame you're giving yourself for this priority, for this thing that is so important and urgent to you. After you decide what the priority is, you decide, like, okay, how long it's going to take you. Then you write, what are the action steps under this one priority that I'm going to focus on? I'm not focusing on 8 priorities at one time. I'm not even focusing on the top 3. I am focusing on one priority at a time until my most urgent priority is complete. And then you move on to the next priority.
Yeah. And then after that, you get an opportunity to improve, and you get the opportunity to improve by giving yourself feedback or receiving feedback from the tasks you just took. Whether you I'm really considering, did you complete that commitment, and what did you learn from actually taking the action? Because what you learn from taking the action is definitely gonna give you room for improvement.
Mhm.
And so when you next take the action, then you're good to go. So um, we're gonna go in a bit, but like my question to you, our question to you is, if you're finding yourself having a vision, if you're finding yourself um, putting a lot of attention and with no intention, or you have the intention but you're not actually putting no attention on it. You're not you just said you're thinking about what you want to do, but you're not actually doing the thing. I want you to type in intention in the comments below, and if you want, type in intention in the comments below if you want our free gift, our one pager worksheet, our
Yeah.
prioritize and thrive worksheet, so you can start the process of moving from surviving and feeling overwhelmed, frustrated in your head, and putting that onto paper today so you can begin thriving.
Yeah.
This is 2024 is about you creating a personal blueprint for you to thrive, and you get to have support around that. So comment intention in the comments below if that's what you want.
Yeah. And again, the worksheet is literally, I mean, it's a tool we made just because we're talking about this, but a lot of people
Yeah.
are like me and they're super hands-on and they need to see the visual, but we literally created a one-page document where you can process with this. Like, we're saying it to you, but maybe you're like, you know, you're not into planning, or you don't really know what we're talking about. We created a visual representation, and actually you can type it, you can work your plan out on the document, and really support yourself into getting unstuck, being focused, having follow through, and just completion on your goals, so you can be more confident, you can have more space in your life, and you can progress, you can get to your next level whenever you have, like, again, it's just our flow of helping you decide what your priorities are. After that, you have the action steps, and then we help you to stay committed to follow through on those goals. So that's what the free gift is. It's not like anything for us. It's literally just a template of what we're talking about to support you and having the best year life that you deserve. So with that being said, again, y'all, we really want to know, like, if this is super supportive to you. But again, this is to support you to, if you have a priority, decide what the action steps are to your priority and complete them in excellence. Don't be working on one priority for forever. You may have that umbrella of a priority, but what is the action steps that you are completing every single day? So we will see you on the next video. Have a great day.
Take care and do nothing without intention.